right, guys, this is very, very concerning here, folks. The other day, Joe Biden said that the pandemic is over. He said it is over. He actually said that the daily deaths are the lowest it's actually been since the pandemic actually began. However, guys, we said it before in other videos, it doesn't seem like Joe Biden is actually in charge. Because clearly he is not. Because his own White House has come back and said, no, Joe Biden, you are wrong. Nothing has changed. Check this out, guys, on CNN. White House says COVID-19 policy unchanged despite Biden's comments that the pandemic is over. Now, folks, whether you believe that the pandemic is over or not, can you imagine the White House coming back and contradicting Donald Trump when he was in office? Donald Trump was clearly in charge. When Joe Biden speaks, and this isn't the first time, that the White House has kind of clapped back at things that he actually did say. They've actually tried to spin different things that Biden has said, his gaffes and everything like that. Joe Biden was speaking and he made it pretty clear. The pandemic is over. Now, even Dr. Fauci has come back and he's actually not on board with Biden, even though Dr. Fauci said months ago, we're out of the pandemic phase. He said that, then he backtracked. Folks, these people don't want this thing to end. These Democrat politicians that actually gained a lot of power because of the pandemic, they don't want this thing to ever end. Now, folks, I can actually speak for myself when it actually comes to getting a virus, because 3 weeks ago I caught the virus. And for me personally, it was nothing. It really, really was not. And just about all the people that I actually know that actually caught it, especially, this Omicron thing, it was nothing to them. I'm just being real. The fear needs to stop. Joe Biden even said that people are not wearing masks anymore. And it seems like he didn't have a problem with that. But for some reason, guys, these left-wing politicians want to continue to push the fear on you. And they're probably really, really upset with Joe Biden because Joe Biden has said before, hey, I'm going to get in trouble if I say this. I'm like, you're supposed to be in charge. It is clear this man is not in charge. Who is actually running the country? That is my question right here. Check this out. The Biden administration is largely downplaying Beijing Biden's comments declaring the coronavirus pandemic over, suggesting his remarks signal a continuation of the White House's evolving stance towards the pandemic over the past few months. Quote, the pandemic is over. We still have a problem with COVID. We're still doing a lot of work on it. But the pandemic is over. That's twice in the same sentence. Biden said during an interview with CBS's 60 Minutes that aired Sunday. The comments caught some in the administration by surprise, according to two officials. A day later, an administration official told CNN that Beijing Biden's comments do not mark a change in policy towards the administration's handling of the virus, and there are no plans to lift the public health emergency, which has been in place since January 2020 and is currently extended through October 13th. So this thing is extended through October, and folks, I believe they're probably going to extend it again. You know why? Because the cases are actually going to be rising. Cases, keep that in mind. Cases, because this thing seems to be really happening during the fall season. That's when Omicron really kind of took off. And these Democrats, they are not going to be happy with him whatsoever actually declaring that, hey, the pandemic is over, because they want the fear. They want you to fear this thing. I believe they probably even want lockdowns, but I'm not really sure. But lockdowns after the midterms, if you guys know what I mean. This is crazy, guys, that Joe Biden says something and his own administration comes back and backtracks off of that. They want the fear. They never want this thing to end. They want you to live in fear pretty much forever. They want you to wear masks forever. Fauci is flip-flopping. I mean, the people that are actually running this country right now, folks, are incompetent. They are clearly incompetent. This is crazy, guys. This is absolutely crazy. Joe Biden is out of his mind. And this man says something and his own White House doesn't even back him. Doesn't even back him. Fauci doesn't back him. There's actually Democrat politicians coming out there right now, and they're not backing him on this. They're not. This thing has just gotten so political, folks. It's got extremely political. I mean, just imagine, man, the flu season is coming up too now. Remember what they did in 2020? There was no flu cases whatsoever. I mean, that was just an anomaly right there. There's a bunch of things that are just so political here with the virus. Maybe, just maybe, after the midterms, because they're definitely going to be pushing COVID fear because the midterms are coming up. Boy, this is crazy right here, guys. Absolutely crazy. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.